The Marketing Funnel Strategy Show. More leads. More sales. More predictability.
Introducing Jared Hyman, sales and marketing expert. Introducing Serena Carly, marketing and outsourcing expert.
Hey there, everyone. Welcome to the Marketing Funnels and Strategy Show. Super excited for today's episode. We had no countdown today. We're a little bit behind. However, the show must go on. So if you guys can just share with us as you're tuning in, whether you're watching the replay or whether you're watching this live, just let us know where you're from, where you're tuning in from, and make sure you tune in for all future episodes and things like that as well. So today's episode, right, we've got like an 8-part series we've been going over for the last 6 weeks now. So we're on to part 6 today, and we've got literally next week, which is the last of all of this series on how to go about producing profitable, scalable marketing campaigns on social media. So as you guys are tuning in, let us know below. Just let us know you're here. We'd love to hear from you guys as well. We're going to kick started into things. So just a quick summary. So we've gone over many things over the last 6 weeks. The first week we went around how you got to get out of your business mind and your day-to-day business, and you got to start thinking like a marketer, right? You got to think like a marketer. You got to think, okay, this is what I'm doing this for. This is, the people I'm after, all these types of things, right? You got to think, you got to switch your thinking, right? There's a reason and a difference between the really successful on social media as opposed to the not successful. And everyone, welcome Serena as well, who is here and amazing as well today. So, welcome to the show, Serena, as well.
You remembered me finally. You took a breath and remembered me. I was just thinking, I noticed that it wasn't a download. And then you just went boom. And I'm like, oh, okay,
yeah,
hi.
Yeah. We were just racing and rolling with it today.
You're going to take the same amount of time, so it doesn't matter how fast you talk.
Damn straight. So you got to think differently to the normal, right? It's the way you've been doing things previously. You got to think slightly differently. Number 2, you got to start looking at who are the most profitable people to target online, because the 95% of people that you're going to come across aren't going to be a right fit for your business. They're just not. Why? Because number 1, they haven't got the money. Number 2, they probably don't see you as valuable as you are as a business. And, most of them aren't even ready for your services yet and all that type of stuff as well. So you got to be starting to look for that small percentage of people that are ready to go. And more importantly, the people that are not only ready to go, but they're going to pay you the most for your service as well. Once you've done that, step 3, we spoke about how it's important for you to send the right message towards those most profitable clients. Because, if you say something one way, you'll get X. You say something another way, you'll get 3X or 4X or 10X. And this is, all about how you produce your message to the marketplace. Number 4, was I up to number 4, everybody? Let us know below. Am I up to number 4? I think I'm up to number 4. Number 4 is like your monetizational strategy. How can you pay nothing for your marketing up front so you can continue to grow, move forward, right? So your marketing costs you nothing up front. We've got clients that pay $2 to acquire a client because it costs them $52 to acquire one client. They get a $50 deposit from someone up front. Therefore, their marketing costs them $2, right? And I'm sure if your marketing was costing you $2, you could spend $20,000, $30,000 probably, right? Because you're getting all these little, deposits, which is covering a large percentage of your marketing, right? Imagine how many clients you could get doing that. And that's why the importance of your monetizational strategy. What are you going to do differently to monetize your social media platform, right? what is your strategy? Number 5, we spoke heavily around, once you've gone through all of this, the strategy that you're going to do to be able to now that you've gone through the strategy to monetize it, what are the offers? How are you going to be able to bring these people in? What's most desirable to these people? This is the reason why it's so important, right? So that's number 5, and then brings you on to today. What we're talking about is, because we're in the engine room right now too. Thanks for switching all this up, Serena. Look at you go. How important today is this, Serena? Because, we're talking about today the importance of, automating business outcomes so that you aren't always doing the follow-up and all these types of things and whatever, right? How important is this, Serena?
Well, I think we all know it's really important. And now you're being cheeky. I was doing it because I'm going to slip right out of the picture, and just leave it all to you. But anyway, yeah, so it's very important. Every step is very important. I was thinking about this morning, how some people don't even know, maybe they don't have the full picture in their head of putting it into a certain sequence, and each sequence helps the other sequence. But when you're up to this part here and you've learned all the stuff before that we've done, and then you do this one, each part is creating the, how would you say it, the footsteps for the next one, so that you're stepping up on each one. So if you've got, say, 8 stages, you started with stage 1 and you stepped up a step, and you need to learn that to be able to step up to the next step. And then you do 2, 3, 4, I'm not sure which one we're up to now. We're up to, what are we, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, up to stage 6, part 6, it's written right there, yeah. So 6, now you're getting to the point where this is going to create for you the building blocks of getting all your clients and everything like that. So you really need to make sure you know the steps before, you know this step, because then when you take on the next 2 steps, you've got the complete picture to be building your business to much, much more than what it is now. And it doesn't matter where you are right now as well. You may not even be doing this right now and still being successful. Imagine how more successful you could be if you followed this strategy. You may have someone else doing your strategy for you, and you just don't really care and don't need to know because you're busy with everything else. But it's still good to know and understand what's being done. Or if you do have someone else doing it for you, then you maybe know maybe they can notch it up a step or something like that by also understanding it. So, when we talk about how important is this level, for me, every single step of the way is important, to be honest with you. Roger.
It is totally, and I totally agree. Every step is really important. But what people have got to understand as well is that, we shared this at our Ultimate Business Bootcamp just recently, and how, a lot of the recent studies from HubSpot, one of the largest CRMs in the world, was saying that, you now take 18 attempts to be able to get hold of somebody. And then once you've done those 18 attempts to contact someone, then you've got to qualify the person, right, to make sure that they're a good fit for your service. So you do all this work, right, which a lot of people don't realize. You can do all this work, then you can speak to that person, and then you find out that they don't qualify. So you need to have automation in there to help you push your business's outcomes faster and to do it for you, right? So this right here is like the engine. I like to call it the engine room, right? So if you take a locomotive, right? A locomotive, when it first starts, is really slow, right? It's getting up to speed. But eventually when it hits the speed, it will plow through absolutely anything in its tracks, right? And that's what automation is like. It starts filtering things for you. It's your filtration system that pushes your business's outcomes more effectively and enables you to be able to make better decisions, enables you, it takes care of this process for you of speaking to new people even while you sleep. Because a large percentage of inquiries these days from social media are outside of normal business hours, okay? So this thing's pushing outcomes within the engine room of your business while you sleep, okay? Which if you were to pay somebody else to do that as a business owner, you might, depending on where you are in the world or whether you're outsourcing or whatever you're doing, It could cost you, 10 USD an hour. It could cost you 20, 30 USD an hour. It could cost you $8 USD an hour. It could cost you 50 plus an hour. And if you were to have that going 24/7, it's going to be quite an expensive exercise for your business. Hence the reason, and you do need to have that part, right? You do need to have the manual side. We spoke about it a lot last week. You still need to have the manual side. But that automation you've got to have in place. And the most crucial part, and you guys probably want to write this down as well, the most crucial part of automation is the first 7 days.
Yes, and I just wanted to add in there as well too, Jared, while the guys are writing down that, is that, when you automate something and as you grow, you're going to have so many more things being added that will require that automation. Like, we look at what we do, and we do automation for clients. Jared hates typing emails, full stop. He's a talker on video. I'm the one behind the scenes do the writing. But sometimes I write so fast, I often put my letters around the wrong way because I go so fast. So when you've got your automation done, you don't have to continuously have to correct yourself because you've got to get this done. Oops, all the ends and the that and the buts and everything have got the letters mixed up. You create your automation, you get it right from the very word go, and then it works for you. Then when you're doing other projects after and you're doing similar automations, like you can do offer after offer after offer and utilize the same automation with just a few changes of some words in it. So it's so much more easier, takes so much time off your hands, and it's running behind. It's running now, and we're on here, and it's running. So, and the first 7 days are definitely important because that's when your potential client has come in. They've seen what your offer is, your ebook, your download, your coaching service, your whatever it may be. They're interested, and that's why they've clicked on it, because they're warm, hot, whatever at the time. They like what they see. So then it doesn't matter really what your offer is, don't make it crappy, but, enough to give them enough information. But once you've got that, they're in your system. They become I forget what you call it, Jared, but, you could have access to them for the next 2 years if you do your automations correct. And then the next day it's thank you for downloading. Here's your offer, and hey, and whatever then you may want to carry on with after that. So most important.
Exactly.
I just gave you a brief.
Exactly. And, automation isn't only just generating the outcomes within, that first 7 days. It is that long-term sequence as well that really it re-engages as well, because, a large percentage of your business should be coming from your list, right? So this is the people that are on email right now. 50% of all your business should be coming from your email list. If it's not coming from your email list, right, you are missing out on, if you know what your business turns over right now. So just by generating off your list, you can add 50% to it already. And this is what a lot of people aren't doing. Literally almost every single dollar our business makes is off our list. Pretty much all of it. We do deals and stuff off social media, and we do it all the time, every single day. But large percentages of everything comes from our list. Emails, phone numbers, this type of stuff, building it consistently. And the automation takes care of a lot of this as well to help push those outcomes for the business to be able to get to the objectives, right? Because for your business to succeed, if it's getting, HubSpot did these exact statistics. If your business is 72% of businesses that are doing less than 50 opportunities a month, so they're seeing less than 50 opportunities per month, they aren't hitting their business's financial goals, right? 72%. Then a further 4%, right? So only, I forget the exact statistics, but I think it was 4%, right? So I think it was like 20 to 25%. I can't remember the exact numbers, right? But I'm just going to give you a rough idea. It's like 20, 25% that have between 51 to 100 opportunities a month aren't hitting their financial goals. And then it's like 4% between 101 to 200 opportunities are hitting their financial goals, or aren't hitting their financial goals, sorry. So the numbers are quite alarming, and this is the reason why you've got to be using automation, right? Not only just to automate areas in your business and all this type of stuff. Right now we're talking about pushing outcomes for your business from a marketing perspective, right? So we're talking about growing your top line, right? Yes, you use automation to be able to take care of little bits in your business so you can do more, right? But the other side to it is you must be able to focus on generating new clients from what you do have in your business, and when new inquiries come in, having automation to take care of that for you. Because automation will push 50% of your business every single month. And the question is to you, how much, or do you have, number one, automation in place? Number two, are you making 50% off your list? 50% of your business's revenue, is that coming from your list? If not, you have got to call us straight away. Call someone like us. It doesn't have to be us. Call someone like us even.
Hello, the phone's ringing. Oh, yes, we were just talking about that now live. Oh, you heard, fantastic. Look, can I call you back? We're just in the middle of it, but, you know, if you're definitely really interested, just give me a few minutes and I'll get back to you soon, okay? Thanks, heap. Bye. Oh, someone heard you, Jared. Sorry, I couldn't resist.
There's never a dull moment, guys. There's never a dull moment, obviously. So this is what it's like working with us. There's a little bit of stupidity from time to time, right? A little bit of fun.
Humor, yeah, not stupidity.
Humor. 100%. So guys, you got to start using automation. You got to start using it as the engine room for your business. You've got to start pushing outcomes with the use of automation. It's got to be in place. It's a necessity. If you're not getting 50% of your business from your list right now, you're not doing that. Something's got to change. You've got to do something differently, right? In order to get a different result. That's what it comes down to. You've got to do something differently to get a different result. Correct, Serena? Definition of insanity?
I've never been there, so I don't sort of really know. I've never looked at it. But I think you're right, because I hear you say that many times.
Definition of insanity, doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a different result. Something's got to change.
Mind you, I have done that.
Yeah, you've done insanity before?
Yeah, I think so. I just didn't realise it was insanity. I remember I kept doing something and I thought something's just going to happen to make this change at the end. Somehow that, you know, the universe would intervene and make a different outcome. Didn't happen. Yeah, most often it doesn't happen unless you just continue to do the same of the right work and all that type of stuff as well. If it's the right work that you've been doing and everything as well, that's great. If it's the right work, it's good. Okay, like income generating activities. Okay, but sometimes you got to switch up your pitch. You got to switch up the way that you do things in order to get a different result as well. Like if you come from being desperate in a sales position or a sales role, or from a sales perspective, you come across desperate, people aren't going to buy, right? Very small percentage. But if you can come from an area where you're confident, you are, you know, in front of these people, you are, you know, confident you can give the services, you push, but more importantly, you are not tied to any outcomes. You're just coming from a place of service that can make a huge difference. Anyway, we'll talk about that on the next episodes, actually, because the next 2 weeks, or the next week, so next Monday and next Friday, we have 2 huge episodes for you guys to sort of finalize this 8-part series of what it's really going to take for you to produce profitable, scalable marketing campaigns on social media, right? So make sure you stay tuned for those ones. That is 1 p.m. Perth time on Monday, 1 p.m. Perth time next Friday as well. If you got some value from the show,
right? Just type value into the comments and feel free to share it out so more people can see it. All these episodes are completely free because we want to give back to you guys. We want to help you guys out, all these types of things. It's important to us that we help and add value to you guys and make sure that you're going to get the most from your social media marketing campaigns. Been doing this since 2014, involved in doing social media and paying for marketing and all these types of things. And, you know, if I had given up back in 2014, would be nowhere near where we are right now, of course. So everything is about staying through the summer to get to the harvest, right? Stay through the, you know, summer to get to the harvest, right? That's what it's all about. Thank you so much for tuning in, everybody. Really appreciate it. Thanks so much for tuning to the episode.
I was just going to ask, why is next week so important? Did you tell them that? Why?
Why is it so important? Because it's the finalization of the 8-part series that we're going through.
Yes,
the last two. I'm not going to tell everyone. They need to come 1 o'clock on Friday, or 1 o'clock on Monday, 1 o'clock on Friday. You know?
Unless you're 15 minutes late, of course, but yes.
Yes, so 1 o'clock Monday, 1 o'clock Friday. Make sure you guys tune in. It's the last 2 episodes of the series. If you haven't seen all the episodes, make sure you go through the page and see all the other episodes, all here free on the page. Make sure you tune in. Make sure you implement something, more importantly. If you want access to all the episodes, you can get access to our community called Business Warriors, social media marketing strategies for service-based businesses. We have it all laid out there in a format for you guys. And we've also got additional trainings and things like that we've conducted in the group that you can get access to as well. And you get to be around other people that are all implementing the same way as well. So make sure you tune into that. Make sure you definitely mark out of the calendar 1 p.m. Perth time on Monday, 1 p.m. Perth time on Friday next week, so you tune into all the episodes. So thank you so much for tuning in, everybody. Really appreciate it. Remember this one thing before we go. If you do not fight for your own freedom, absolutely nobody else will. So every single day you must get out there. Every single day you must take action. Every single day you must make it happen. And remember to be the warrior. We will see you Monday, 1 p.m. here live on the page. Make sure you're seeing everything first. And we look forward to seeing part 7 on Monday. Speak to you all soon. Thanks for tuning in.